The fifth thing is to collaborate strategically. Collaborate strategically. This is very important, especially in the early aspects of building your brand, that you pay attention to branding by association. What I mean by that is that who you are aligning yourself with is helping to give cues to people about who you are. So people may not know your name, but if you're partnered with game changers in their industries, they assume you're a game changer, you know. And so you want to look at, when you come in on the scene, who are you aligning with? Who are you collaborating with? And what story is that telling about you? Sometimes we can get so excited, and I call it being stuck on flatter. You want to work with me? So excited. You know, work with anybody, everybody, doing anything and everything, because you're just so excited that anybody want to work with you, and that's like so damaging for your brand. That's when you gotta like call in Olivia Pope, you know, reputation management, crisis management, because you try to position your brand up here, but you doing stuff over here, and again, people confused. Like they trying to understand who you are, and you just throwing them for a loop, left and right. They need to be able to grasp who you are in order for your branding to be effective. And then the sixth thing is to be exclusive. And not in no conceited, cocky way, but just understanding that in general, brands are not commodities. Like the reason why they're a brand is because they're sought after. People just want a piece. Like they just love it. And that's what you want to be. Like you want to be so great in your field. You want to be so intentional and strategic about everything you do. You want to be so professional, excellent, and polished that people are just like, I just want to meet them. I just want a piece of what they do. I just want to know how they got there. But again, it's not just to butter you up like a toast. It's because you have a greater purpose. And when you get their attention and you get influence among them, then you can help to do greater good things. So, some personal branding essentials that everyone needs, and then I'll open it up for questions. I say a logo. I think a logo is good. Again, it's not the first thing to start with. But again, once you decide what your purpose, your message, your tribe is, then you do want to create some type of recognizable visual that they can identify with, that they can connect to you so that when they see it, it's like, oh, I know who that is, know what time it is, let's go. Second thing is a business card. You need a business card. And I know that we went to, social media. You'll connect with somebody on LinkedIn or Instagram, but you do want to have a business card, and a business card that's memorable. I wrote this article for Ebony a few years back. It's called like 6 Tips to Creating a Perfect Business Card. But basically when you approach that, like, okay, so when I had my very first business card, it was these black and yellow colors, like what? And then it was like this checkerboard, but I got the free business cards off Vistaprint, and I did not get that through Vistaprint move off the bat. I know, y'all just feel bad for me like right now. It's okay, because I was in college. I wasn't like no professional at that time, but like any of y'all never had a business card before, just pay that $3. Just remove it, because you up here trying to get a client, get somebody to do business with you, and they're like, okay, what's your name? Free from Vistaprint. It's just not cute at all.
That is so true.
Yeah, and then you can do other things for your business card. You can get, different shaped business cards, different textures, different things, whatever. Just get one that represents you, because again, that's a touch point. When I look at your card, I get a sense of your personality. I get a sense of who you are. Is it plain? Is it straightforward? Is it fun? Is it glittery? Christmas lights? And I'm learning a little bit more about you after this first impression that we make. A company email address. Now, I have some people that will argue me down about that, but I don't want to see nobody that's doing business on a big level telling me, email me at AOL.com.
Yes.
I just don't. Some people use Gmail, for the fact that, you have Google Drive, whatever, but you can get a company email address and connect it to the G Suite at AsiaCorinneTheBrand.com. It just makes you look more polished and professional, makes you look like you've invested in what it is that you're doing and that you're more serious. Again, there are mixed perceptions about that, but I'm going to stand here and say that I think that you should have a company email address. It's worth the investment, especially when you're looking to get sponsorships and you're looking to collaborate with brands. I don't want nobody emailing me from no Gmail. No, let's be real. People they get hundreds and thousands of emails, and they looking, and this ain't even coming from a company email address. They're not even gonna consider your request. Let's be honest. All these is about our presentation. Are we coming correct? A personal website. Even if you're not ready to build your website, if you're trying to understand what your brand is and therefore you don't have the content to put on a website at this time, at least buy your domain. Go to GoDaddy, buy your domain, own your name, because the worst thing is to be ready to launch something and cannot secure that online real estate. So I can't get my handles, I can't get, my web address. I used to have a lot more, but right now I have about 15 domains sitting in my GoDaddy for things that I will do or just stuff that I will have. I even have like vanity domains. So like my main email is my main website is AsiaCorinneTheBrand.com. I have Style Me Asia that goes to a hidden page of my style portfolio. Then I have BrandMeAsia.com that goes to my personal branding workbook. So I'm not sending people through loops. If I just want to send people to my workbook, I say go to BrandMeAsia.com, which I did create a code for you guys for my workbook. You can get $5 off Maven, all capital letters, at BrandMeAsia.com. But yeah, you can use your vanity domains, and you can go and drop that, and it's all branding, right? So you want to think strategically about that. If you've never used a code before, you can get it for between $1 and $3. Just Google GoDaddy domain discount code, and you'll find one that you can use. So you want to update your LinkedIn profile. Like, I know we love Instagram, I know we love Facebook, but like real corporate business goes down on LinkedIn. And so you want to have, please, like I literally will have people to add me on LinkedIn with that seatbelt car picture. You will stay in my pending request. You will, because I just can't believe that you're serious about doing business with that headshot. No, honestly, like anybody that does business for real, their photos look like it. They headshots, even if they only got one, it ain't about being a model and having a whole spread. But if you're serious, you got one headshot. At least drop that on your LinkedIn. So make sure your information is filled out. Make sure you really do your due diligence, because we have our social media, what we do, and then we have what we do in real life. Want to know what people do in real life, go on LinkedIn. You'll see, the other side of the entrepreneur. What companies you work for, what organizations you're affiliated with, your bio, your this. It's a selling tool. And so you want to make sure that you're doing that. And I honestly, I have a lot of connections on LinkedIn. I can't say that I actually am really active over there, but I do put my highlight reel over there, for the purposes of me securing opportunities in the future. So know where your audience is and choose to use that as the focus of where you spend your most time, but you don't want to need to leverage a corporate connection on LinkedIn and then not have the content on there to support whatever your ask is or whatever connection you're trying to make. Blog, vlog, newsletter, one of the above. Again, a brand is established through content. And so whatever you do, people need content. That could be visual content, written content, but they need to understand you. And the only way that's done is through content. So have one of the above. Make your handles consistent across social media. If I don't hand any business cards out today, y'all know my name is Aaja Corinne. If you Google that, you'll find website, links. I am wherever you are. And you can find all that by Aaja Corinne. So, don't have DJ Aaja on the mic over here or 123 Aaja. Make it easy, because my name is very unique. But for some people that have simple names Ashley's or Jasmine's or this, you'll get a whole listing when you type them into Facebook and this, and if you don't know their pictures or what they look like, you're in a goose chase, and honestly, nobody's about to spend that much time looking for you. So you could have missed a connection or an opportunity because you made it too hard to find you. Then, of course, the headshots, and then the signature colors and fonts. I guess that goes back to your logo. But whatever it is that you decide, will be your brand colors, use that throughout your marketing. Use that on your website. Incorporate it into your wardrobe. It just makes you more easily recognizable. So even when you're going to do your brand photo shoot, think about color choices for your wardrobe that are going to complement your website. Don't have glitter and Christmas lights on over here, and then have a website it's going to be when you try to put your pictures on your marketing, it's just going to be overwhelming. Make sure that everything is complementing one another. So that's where I'm going to stop, and I want to take questions from you guys about personal branding. I would love to think that I did that good, but y'all don't have any questions, but somebody got a question for me. Aaja?
Okay, so in launching, I'm launching a lifestyle women empowerment brand and boutique kind of campus. So with
Hold on, can I say something? I want you guys to use this opportunity to be a shameless plug. So when you're asking a question, introduce yourself. Okay. You can have a connection in this room or somebody that can help you, so let them know your name and what you do.
Hi everyone. My name is Aaja. retail management with Aaja, and I'm actually in the process to starting my own business, fresh off the press. And so I'm starting a lifestyle brand for women, also with the e-commerce store. And so my question to you is, with branding my personal brand before launching that, what's a great way to connect that? Will that be through my fashion? Will that be my wardrobe? Would that be through with my audience?